friends. Today we have Srikanth with us, who is one of our course participants in the AI course. Thank you, Srikanth, for taking the time to share your learning journey and experiences with us.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir, for your the great opportunity that we have in the form of course as well. So I wanted to thank first for you to
Sure,
design a
sure.
course. Yeah,
I'll surely share.
thank you.
I'll surely share it with the rest of my team because they do a lot of heavy lifting. I'm just one of the
Yeah,
many people in the team. Having said that, let me just give some background of you so that students can connect with your background who have very similar backgrounds. So Srikanth graduated in 2018 with a bachelor's degree or a BTech in electronics and communications engineering and electronics and telecommunications engineering specifically. And then he has 3 years of work experience at various startups. And as a course participant, he started interviewing with multiple companies. And he cracked actually 3 companies, a couple of very good startups, well-known startups, and one services giant, which is Capgemini. And he's finally decided to join Capgemini in a data science role because it was closer to his hometown, the location preference basically. So I wanted to the core purpose of this, Srikanth, is to understand your interview experiences and your learning journeys so that other students can connect with them and better strategize their preparation itself.
yeah, sure, sir.
Can you briefly tell us your interview experiences at multiple companies that you've interviewed? What were they
Uh,
expecting from somebody like you with about 3 years of experience?
so basically, as you know, the machine learning itself is a huge platform, and due to the experienced candidate, they expect more from you because of the experience that you have. Because they don't hesitate to ask too many questions into depth as you have the experience in it. So basically, in starting from the the role is data science, so they started from the database. So what databases that you have used, they started from there, and they end at the what productionized technique that you have used. So starting from the databases to the productionized thing, they'll ask you small questions initially, and then if you have a good experience or you are giving good answers to them, they'll dig into it for a particular time, and then they'll move to the another section. So likewise, they asked me related to databases, more focus on the databases, more focus on the algorithmic approach that I have chose, and why is the main question that they have used.
Okay, so why did you choose this? Very important.
Yeah,
So in terms of databases, was the focus mostly on tables, SQL, joins, and things like that, or was it some other aspect of
yeah.
databases?
So basically, sir, two of my interviews were into coding round. So for the particular time, so they have asked me relative questions to the SQL, MySQL queries, and for the one particular experience, as I know the non-SQL databases as well, I have used previously. So
You have
for
used
that
NoSQL
particular,
databases. Okay, got it.
yeah. So not for that particular scenario, they have used me different questions related to the unique keys and all. So
Got it.
uh, yeah. So if you don't have experience in particular databases, they'll ask basic questions, queries, and all. They'll not dig into it. But if you know some particular databases and if you have experience, they'll definitely ask
Obviously,
you
they should. I
more
mean, we should
questions.
expect
Yeah.
that, right? Because they want to
Yeah.
see, they
Yeah.
want to leverage on your prior experience also. Very good. Just a while ago, you mentioned that as you were answering simpler questions, they would go deeper and deeper to more advanced concepts. So, could you share some of the more advanced topics that they focused on?
Sir, as my previous experience was into image format or the image data set that I have used, so I have used MongoDB for that particular problem statement. So in MongoDB, they'll ask what kind of unique key do you have used? So how do you connect the interlinking between the two or three interlinkings? As in one particular the unit was into a metadata, and one was into a image format, and one was into a related stuff which will help them to connect it.
Okay.
So
So these are very
interrelation
MongoDB
questions.
specific
Yeah,
depth
yeah,
questions. What
yeah.
about machine learning and data science and algorithmic specific questions?
So basically, previous questions were relatively as in why do you use? So they'll ask you, they'll give you a particular scenario, and they'll ask you which algorithm will be useful for this scenario. So if I have answered I'll go for the random forest. They'll ask why. Then particular questions, similar questions will be asked and we need to tackle that as well, because most of the time I have like you have the like you have told, I have the favorite algorithm, which is random forest, that I know better and I uh, enjoy doing it. So that's why they
Yeah,
ask
random
most
forest
of the
can't be
questions.
applied everywhere. So
Yeah,
it's a good question,
yeah,
because a lot of people that I've seen have some favorite algorithm. They keep using it everywhere without being conscious of the real world constraints. Actually, this is a
yeah,
very nice question to give a real world problem and say, hey, which algorithms will you use and why? That's a very nice way of
yeah.
testing your breadth of knowledge also.
Yes, sir.
Cool, cool. So in the coding rounds, you also mentioned there were some coding rounds for some companies. Apart from
Yes,
SQL,
sir.
what else did you encounter in these coding rounds?
So at the initial stage only, they have mentioned that SQL and Python will be asked. So Python particularly, they so one was into a particular purely into a Python developer kind of question summary. So they share the questions simultaneously, and I need to find the bug in it. So for example, if they'll give you for statement, and the incremental approach will be there. So if it is in up or a down, so I need to find that bug and I need to
So
correct it.
it's a simple
Yeah,
iterative for loop like script,
yeah,
and there is some
yeah,
bug in the code that you have to detect.
yes,
Fair
sir.
enough.
So like that.
Straightforward. If you
Yeah,
know the basic structure, you should be able to figure it out. Cool.
yeah,
Cool.
and list comprehensions, basic list comprehensions they have
Simple
used.
stuff.
Yeah, and the entire stuff that we have covered in our course, applied AI course, that was the main answerable. So
Okay.
if I have completed that properly, then I'll answer it.
Okay. So there is nothing which is too much beyond the course syllabus or the course contents or the assignments. I just wanted to
No,
understand it, because if we missed something, we
no,
would as well add it actually. So that was what I
no,
was
no.
trying to get to. Cool. So another very interesting point is there are many students of ours like you with about 3 years of work experience who are transitioning into a data science career. And of course, there is always this challenge of how do you balance your current work and your learning, right? Because you spend considerable amount of time on applied AI course. So my question is, how did you balance between your current role and your learnings? And what was your learning strategy broadly?
So basically, I'm not a morning person, so I mostly worked in the evening. So as my it was my startup, and mostly the time was in I was doing work from home. So I had a lot of time, because most of the time at 5 p.m. or something like that, I have finished my work of office, and then I wanted to do something that will encourage that will improve me. So I started doing coding first for 6 to 8 in the evening section. I'll take a break, or 1 hour break, and in the evening I'll revise the whatever the part I have done previously, and then at the same time I'll revise the questions that interviewers are asking. But as I think 2 months back only, I started doing the question raise, because at the initial stage I was doing the theoretical part most of the time, and when I gave one first interview to the one company, at that time I forgot everything what I have learned.
No,
So
revision
after
is
that
very, very
I started.
important.
Yeah,
So as I understand it, you spend considerable amount of time learning the concept, writing code also, but also going through interview questions that are either publicly available or that are in the course. At the end of every chapter, we collated all these publicly available questions and put them.
yeah,
You're going through this
yeah,
stuff. Okay, got it, got it, got it. So it was fortunate that most of your office work got over at 5 p.m. and you had more time later in the evening. So that's always like, it's also good that you had that time, which is good.
yes, sir.
So another question that I had for you was, what suggestions would you give to students very similar to you, right, in their background or in their experience, on how they can plan for their career transition successfully?
Most of the time experienced students are lagged in the theoretical knowledge, because most of the time we do one project and we know that we have the surrounding knowledge about it, but so the company, whatever the hiring is, they expect everything, at least some knowledge from except your the project, because
So good
I
breadth,
haven't done the
a
SQL and
good
all.
breadth.
So yeah, breadth is important, and one is the revision. Have some patience and revise the syllabus properly after some time.
Very good, very nice suggestions, surely, because we ask our students to revise so much, because this again, machine learning itself is a very vast area. It's very easy to forget if you're not up to date on all of these. Cool,
Yes, sir.
cool, very nice suggestions. So anything else that you can tell us about how you made the most out of the course, and how how you attended and successfully cracked multiple company interviews?
Just I need to tell the just need to complete your assignments properly, do your work properly, and unless and until you have completed 70 to 80% of the course, don't go for the interview, because most of the time interview they'll complete 10% or 20% and they'll go for the interview, and at that time you'll get demotivated because of the interviewer ask questions, different questions from different platforms. So do your assignment properly, do your the course proper, complete your course properly, and then go for the interview. Definitely will be crack it, because most of the questions and most of the interview questions are quite similar for different companies, even from startup to the MNCs. They'll ask the same questions that we have in our applied AI course.
Cool, cool. Thank you, Srikanth. Thank you very much for taking the time and sharing your learning experiences and journey. I'm sure it will help a lot of students and also motivate them to be more disciplined over the next few months in their own preparation and learning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.